in order to become a rich man's wife. The maid washed her master's bathtub in short shorts. The tycoon who had just entered the house was mesmerized by the sight. Then he glanced at his pregnant wife, and then he looked at the mature Ella. Instantly, a surge of inner desire washed over him. Ella looked into the man's eyes and knew she'd made it. That night, Mark broke into Ella's room without saying a word. He handed Ella a glass of wine. One sip and Ella could taste the money. From then on, Mark went to Ella's room every night, and Ella was more than happy to oblige. But Lisa, the housekeeper, soon found out. She had recruited Ella, and if the mistress found out, she would be implicated. So Lisa began to remind Ella of who she was, but she wouldn't listen. On the contrary, she had unrealistic ideas. She was always acting out in front of Mark. Just when Ella thought she was on her way to the top, Mark gave her a check for tens of millions of dollars. She realized that she was just a tool for him to vent his anger. If Ella took the check and left, it might be the best thing for her, but she didn't want to. She even wanted to be the mistress of the house. So Ella appeared in front of the owner's family to get Mark's attention. She even served the mistress of the house in a perfunctory manner. Ella's behavior became more and more erratic. Lisa, after much deliberation, approached Anna, the mistress's mother. For the sake of her daughter's family, Anna decided to take matters into her own hands. She made Ella knock over a ladder when she was cleaning the lamp in the living room, but Ella only suffered a mild concussion. When the hostess found out, she had Lisa send Ella a check. Ella thought it was an accident and didn't think much of it. But then the doctor told Ella she was pregnant, and that made Ella even more determined to become a hostess. What she didn't realize was that the news had reached the villa at the same time. It was only then that the mistress found out about her husband and Ella. Soon Ella was taken back to the villa to recover. The mistress called her over and slapped her across the face. Ella realized that the mistresses had found out about her and Mark. They gave Ella a check for the rest of her life, but Ella insisted on having the baby. So the mistress of the house secretly switched Ella's medication. Soon the twins were born and the family was overjoyed. In the villa, Ella was already lying in her master's bed, imagining what it would be like to be his mistress. Unbeknownst to her, Mark had returned from the hospital. When he heard a noise from the bathroom, Mark opened the door and saw Ella soaking in her own bathtub.